You know why I'm crying, Ethan?
Well, it's because I said I was marrying Gwen.
Yeah, but then...
I'm sorry, Teresa. I never should have told you about my plans to marry Gwen, especially since I know how you feel.
You do?
Teresa, you're not exactly the kind of girl who hides her feelings very well. They have a way of spilling out of you, even when you don't say anything. Your eyes speak volumes. You have the most expressive eyes I've ever seen.
Ethan, do you know what my eyes are telling you now?
Yes, I do.
What's that expression, Luis? Disbelief? Astonishment?
Frankly, both. And you're right. I won't underestimate you again.
Good. And just in case you thought my beating you was a fluke, how about a rematch?
Well, I want to know how you beat me, Sheridan. I mean, I got the impression that you'd never played basketball before.
I guess I'm just a natural athlete.
What's going on?
Thank you. Just in time to celebrate.
What do we celebrate?
Victory over oppression.
How do you think you can help me find out if my family is connected to Harmony?
Well, there must be a way.
Well, my family told me they always lived in L.A. I mean, they never even mentioned Harmony.
Then why did you come to Harmony?
Well, a friend persuaded me that this would mean that there's something here for me.
A piece of the Harmony Herald?
Well, my name is written on it over here, see? My family left it in a box for me. It's part of my, inheritance. About all they ever did leave me.
Well, if your family did live here in Harmony once, then maybe you still have family here.
Well, do you know anyone named Harrison Harmony?
I don't know, but it shouldn't be too hard to find a Harris in a small town like this.
How?
Dr. Russell, you said if Charity remembered her mother, that could mean she's getting her memory back.
It's a good sign, Miguel.
Then she might remember me. I mean, remember me as someone she doesn't have to be afraid of.
Certainly might. I'm going to go and examine her now.
Okay. Do you know what this means? I mean, if Charity remembers me and the good times we had together, we can be together.
I know, but I wouldn't get your hopes up too soon, Miguel. You know, I mean, what if she remembers you, but she's still afraid of you?
If Charity really remembers me, she won't be afraid. She knows I never do anything to hurt her. She'll remember how close we were, and we'll pick up where we left off.
I hope you're right.
I have to be right.
Kay, what are you doing here?
Oh, I asked to be excused from PE. I was so worried about Charity. You know, I couldn't keep my mind on sports.
But just make sure you make up the class, all right? How's Charity?
She just called out for her mother. Dr. Russell thinks it might mean she's getting her memory back.
That would be wonderful.
But that doesn't necessarily mean she'll remember everything, does it?
Kay, I don't know. I just hope that Charity doesn't suffer like I have these last 20 years. Not remember anything before the fire.
Charity, do you know why you called out for your mother?
I'm not sure. It's all so confusing. I'm here in a hospital, and I guess I just figured that my mom would be here too. I remember we were really close. Where is she, Doctor?
Do you remember what happened to you and your mother while you're in the hospital?
No. I don't remember anything except being here.
Well, Charity, I've consulted with a specialist, and I think there may be a way to get your memory back.
Charity, that sweet girl. How are we going to tell her that her mother, my sister, is dead?
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me highest. Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
You are
looking at the woman who beat Luis Lopez Fitzgerald in a game of one-on-one.
You're putting me on.
Am I putting him on, Luis?
She beat me by 1 point.
Unreal. I wish I would have been here to see that. To see anyone beat my buddy Luis is amazing, but for you to beat him, that's really something.
Are you implying that I'm an inferior athlete?
No. It's just not too often anybody gets the better of my buddy Luis here.
Well, I guess there's a first time for everything, huh, Luis? Typical. He hated to admit that I beat him. Couldn't bear to congratulate me.
I think he's still in shock. Go.
What was that? A test?
Well, I did have a fleeting thought that Luis threw the game, but I can see that he had to play hard against you.
Yes, he did.
It's amazing that you beat him. I mean, you've never played basketball before?
Oh, none to speak of.
Well, then this is quite a win for you.
It's one I don't think Luis will ever be able to get over.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I do. I've known plenty of guys like him. They all expect women to feed their egos and gaze at them adoringly as if they're still the high school jock heroes.
Luis isn't that kind of guy.
I've never seen such an ego. I just hope I deflated it enough.
Sheridan, you're wrong about him.
I don't think so, Hank. Eve, how's Charity? Does she remember anything?
Only that she and her mother were very close. She also asked about her mother, and of course I avoided answering.
Does she remember Miguel?
I didn't ask her about you, Miguel. I think it's best to just go through this one step at a time right now. It's hard enough for Charity, knowing that she just doesn't really remember her mother.
I understand. I wouldn't want to do anything that would cause her to have a setback.
Isn't there anything we can do, Eve? I mean, can we help in any way?
Actually, Grace, I have an idea. It may be time for Charity to see you.
But you'd think I was her mother since Faith and I are twins.
Well, Charity's physically stronger now. Seeing you might make it easier for her to remember things. And it might be a good time for her to deal with the reality of her mother's death.
And I want her to know she has all our love and support to see her through this.
Poor Charity. She and her mother were so tight. It's gonna be awful for her.
I know. But it'll be worth it if she gets her memory back.
And she may remember you too, Miguel. And I'm sure she'll feel better knowing that she has your support as well.
Mine too.
Okay, you're so sweet to be here for your cousin.
Well, I do care about Charity.
Of course you do. All right, Grace, you ready?
I'm ready. Look, I want you to know that whatever happens, I'm gonna be here for you.
Thanks, Kay. Everything's riding on your mother now.
No, everything.
Charity, there's someone here who very much wants to see you.
Who is it, Doctor?
It's me, Charity.
I know what's behind those tears, Teresa. You're thinking about your own wedding, aren't you? I thought so. You're just like my sisters.
Your sister.
Yes, they've been dreaming about their wedding since they were little girls.
I remind you of your sisters?
Let's just say you and my sisters will have a lot to talk about when they get back home from school. I mean, they have their weddings planned down to the last detail, and they haven't even met the guy they're gonna marry yet.
Yeah, all planned.
Absolutely. I mean, they look at those bridal magazines and they try to picture what they look like in the gowns. You too, right?
Yes. But I've always been interested in fashion. I can look at a dress and know if it's right for me. And I have seen so many beautiful wedding gowns that I know exactly the one I'm going to wear. And what kind of flowers I want. And the music. And the cake. The cake is going to be huge. At least 5 tiers. Oh, I guess it sounds silly to you, huh?
No, not at all, Teresa. It sounds like you take weddings very seriously.
And marriage.
Well, I hope you find the right guy who thinks it's just as important. And now that I've seen you without your disguise, I can't believe you don't have any boyfriends. I mean, you're too beautiful not to have every guy in school running after you.
You think I'm beautiful?
Hey, come on, Teresa, you know you're beautiful. And don't try to fool me into thinking that there's not some special guy in your life.
No, I'm not fooling. There's no one. At least, he doesn't know how I feel.
You're kidding, how come?
I never told him.
So you're saving yourself for someone in particular?
Yeah.
Well, who is he? Come on, I mean, who's this special guy you're saving yourself for?
Well, it doesn't matter.
Why not? What is he, a movie star? Well, which one? Go on, who's your secret love?
Ethan, Gwen is downstairs.
Oh, thank you, Pilar.
Teresa, are you working for Mrs. Crane today?
Yes, Mama. She asked me to help her with tonight's dinner party.
Yeah, I offered to help, although Teresa doesn't need any help.
Well, that's not necessary, Ethan. I have some time. I can help Teresa.
Oh, I don't mind. Besides, Teresa and I were getting to know each other better. She was just about to tell me about the man of her dreams.
Well, my daughter has such wild and crazy dreams. You mustn't bother Ethan with them, Teresa.
Well, it's no bother, really.
Shall I send Gwen up?
Oh, yes, Gwen. Yeah, that's fine.
Excuse me.
So, if you're not going to tell me his name, at least describe him. Maybe I can guess who he is.
All right. He's very handsome.
Of course. Is he rich?
Very, but he doesn't act rich. I mean, he doesn't make people feel inferior. He's smart. And he's funny. He has the nicest laugh and the sweetest smile.
Oh, no wonder you're crazy about him.
Yeah. He's the man of my dreams.
I know why you're defending Luis. You and he are good friends, but I'm not convinced.
Well, you know what? You just don't know what a really good guy he is.
Maybe to you.
No, to everyone. He's probably the most decent guy in Harmony.
I know, Hank. You already told me. Luis Lopez Fitzgerald, captain of the football team, baseball team, basketball team, and class president, and valedictorian.
It's all true.
Fine, but he's not in high school anymore, and I'm not an adoring freshman.
No, but Luis lives in the real world, okay? And life's been tough on him.
Oh, boo-hoo, poor Luis.
No, I'm serious. He had so much promise. It's not like me.
What? You didn't show any promise?
I don't know. You know, I might have if, I'd have taken school more seriously, but I was always a major screw-up.
So you were the little boy who was always sitting outside the principal's office.
That was me.
What else are you interested in, Hank? Besides girls and basketball?
Well, don't dismiss them so lightly, because they occupied most of my waking hours.
That's not all you thought about. What else do you want out of life?
I told you, you know? I want to go to far corners of the earth and see how the rest of the world lives.
Well, sounds to me like you're a successful man, Hank. You've done what you set out to do.
Some of it. I'm not done, at least I hope not. I'm lucky compared to Luis.
How so?
Luis had dreams too, you know? I mean, he was smart. He could have gone to any college he wanted to on a scholarship. You know, but he gave up that chance. Like I said, he put his whole life on hold for his brother and his sisters and his mother. He made the kind of sacrifices that only a real champion can make.
What are we doing here, Simone?
Hospitals have computerized records of births and deaths. Maybe you'll find a long-lost relative in the records here.
Maybe.
It's worth a shot. We can go back to the date that newspaper was published on, the one with your name written on it, okay?
Like you said, it's worth a shot.
Good. The records room is right down the hall. There's a computer you can use there. Just tell the clerk and fill out a slip. Chad, I have to see some people. I'll catch up with you in a minute.
Sure.
Hi, guys. How's Charity doing?
We'll know in a minute.
Do you remember me, Charity?
You look familiar, but I don't know. I love you, Mom.
I love you too, my precious daughter. May the angels in heaven watch over you tonight and protect you from harm always.
They will, Mom. Mom! You're my mom!
Oh, sweetheart.
Wait a minute.
What's the matter?
You look like my mom, but something's different. Something in my heart tells me you're not my mom.
Charity, we were hoping to trigger some new memories for you. But don't you worry. It may take a little while for your memory to come back, but it'll come back.
Why did I think that you were my mom?
I'm your Aunt Grace. Your mother's identical twin.
My mom had a twin. I didn't know.
Well, we were separated for so many years and we only recently found each other. That's why you didn't have a chance to get to know me. But that's all gonna change now, Charity.
Why? Why is it all gonna change? Where's my mom? Why isn't she here?
Charity, you and your mother were in a fire. Your house burned down. That's why you're here. And your mother may not have survived.
I have to be with her. I'm sorry, Charity. I'm so sorry.
She'll pull away from him, Simone. How could you be so cruel? She just found out her mother might have died. And you can't take away Miguel, too.
I don't have to take him away, Simone. Charity's gonna do it for me.
I want to help you, Charity. Will you let me help you?
Who are you? Why is he holding me?
It's me, Miguel. You still don't remember me?
No, get away from me. I have to stay away from you.
You have to stay away from me? Why?
Please just go.
Miguel, maybe you should back away.
Do you see what you've done? Miguel is a friend, Charity. You may not remember him now, but I'm sure you will soon. And he wants you to get well, honey. We all do.
We're all here for you, Charity. We're your family now, and your cousin Kay will be like a sister to you, won't you, Kay?
Of course I will, Mom.
I want my mom.
Sweet.
I want my mom.
Let's give Charity and Grace some time alone, Miguel.
All I want to do is help her, Dr. Russell. But for some reason, she's afraid of me. Why?
I don't know, Miguel.
I must have done something to scare her.
I'm sure you didn't, Miguel. She's just not herself.
Charity's been through a terrible trauma. But when she's better, we'll try to find out why she reacted that way to you.
I've never done anything to frighten her. Nothing.
Mine's a mysterious thing, Miguel. Her reaction to you could be related to something completely apart from you.
I guess we'll never know what that is, will we?
Oh, no. We'll find out what it is eventually. We'll find out why Charity is so afraid of Miguel.
All right, I give up. So who's your dream lover?
Oh, I'd rather not say. But it's not fair. I've told you everything about me, down to the kind of cake I want for my wedding. But you haven't told me anything about you.
Well, okay. What do you want to know?
Well, what kind of wedding do you want?
I think I'll leave that up to Gwen. She's probably already got it planned out anyway, just like you and my sister.
And then you and Gwen are definitely getting married.
And that's the plan. She hasn't officially said yes. I recently proposed to her and she said no.
Why do you think she said no?
She said I wasn't ready to marry. She thought I was asking her to marry because she was feeling a little insecure.
Is that true? Is that the only reason you proposed?
No, I've loved Gwen as long as I can remember. But the next time I ask her to marry me, I'm gonna make sure she knows how much I love her, and then she'll say yes.
Ethan, are you in there?
Oh, yeah, right here, Gwen.
Hi, darling. Hey.
Oh, hi, Teresa.
Hi.
So, what have you two been up to?
Well, Teresa and I were just discussing my mother's dinner party, and we got on the subject of weddings.
Weddings? What got you started on that?
Well, Teresa's just like my sisters. She's got her wedding already planned out, just like they do.
How sweet.
Yeah, I think it's kind of funny how my sisters have their wedding planned, and they haven't even met their groom yet. Guess it's a girl thing.
Well, do you have a specific man in mind, Teresa?
Yes, she does, but she won't tell me. Only that he's the man of her dreams.
Well, what girl wouldn't want to marry the man of her dreams?
Well, whoever he is, he better get ready. Teresa impresses me as someone who always gets what she wants one way or another. And she has a huge wedding planned already.
Really? Well, maybe when Ethan and I start to plan our wedding, you can help us too.
Here, this is for you.
For me? It's not ticking. Should I be worried?
Okay, wise guy, open it.
Luis, you're giving me a present.
Consider it a peace offering.
See? Leave it to Luis to do the right thing.
The right thing. We'll see about that. What is it?
Read the inscription.
Sheridan Crane, Youth Center champion. Luis, I've never won anything in my life.
Well, now you have.
But when did you have time to have this done?
I have extra trophies in the storeroom and an engraving tool. Congratulations. You won fair and square.
What'd I tell her?
I don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. You brought me down a notch, and I guess I needed it. So I'll keep my end of the bargain. From now on, the girls get equal court time for basketball.
You see what I mean? They don't come any better than Luis. He's a straight shooter. I mean, he doesn't lie to himself, and he doesn't lie to anyone else. And he expects everybody to do the same.
I feel terrible, Hank. I can't accept this. I love it, but I don't deserve it.
Well, sure you do. It's just like Luis said, you know, you won it fair and square.
That's just it. There's something I have to tell Luis.
Well, he's probably in the locker room. You want me to go get him?
Yes, please.
Hey, Sheridan. How'd the big game go?
Oh, no. Listen, I'd rather you weren't seen here, Robert. Can I meet you later?
Well, I'm leaving town. I just wanted to say goodbye. Hey, you won. That's terrific. I guess you really showed that guy.
Yeah, but it was wrong what I did.
What, get me to coach you?
Yes, I lied to Luis, and now I have to tell him the truth.
I don't get it. I thought you hated this guy.
I did, but that was before he was so damn decent. Giving me this trophy and congratulating me.
Well, you couldn't have won if you hadn't worked so hard. I'm glad you won. So, goodbye, Sheridan.
Thanks again, Robert. I appreciate everything you did for me.
It was great coaching you. You worked so hard to get those moves on.
Robert Horry of the Lakers?
Uh-oh.
So that's how she did it.
Luis,
I should have known. Now, I guess I should be flattered that you used the mighty Crane connection to get one of the greatest basketball players in the country just so you could humiliate me.
I was going to tell you the truth,
Yeah, I'll
Luis.
bet.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Horry. So what do you say? The Lakers gonna go all the way this year?
Count on it. Sheridan, sorry I blew your cover. Maybe I'll see you around the court sometime.
It's okay. Thanks again.
All right.
Bye. Suppose you want this back?
Well, I'm sure Teresa would be happy to help us plan our wedding, right, Teresa?
Yeah, if I'm still working here.
Well, I hope you're working here for a very long time.
Well, unless the man of her dreams comes along and sweeps her off her feet.
A very real possibility. Well, let's talk about wedding. This makes me start thinking about our future.
I like the way you think. Ethan, have you seen this yet? Look. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Teresa, have you seen this?
I don't care what anyone says. Ethan and I are meant to be together. Yeah, Mrs. Crane showed it to me.
Oh, Gwen, Teresa's got a lot of work to do. She's planning my mother's dinner party tonight, so let her get to it.
Sure. Bye, Teresa.
Bye-bye.
Teresa, I hope that in the future you will discourage this kind of familiar conversation with Ethan. You have no future with him. You'll get your heart broken.
Mama, Ethan thinks I'm beautiful.
What?
He said I was beautiful.
Of course you are, Teresa. Listen to me. People like the Cranes, they don't marry just anyone. Their marriages are arranged.
You mean Ethan's being forced to marry Gwen?
Of course not. It's just always been understood. The match between Ethan and Gwen has been very carefully thought out. A man like Ethan could become president someday.
President? Oh, do you think Ethan wants to be president?
If his family decides it, that's what he'll be. And he must have a proper wife with proper connections and money. Mrs. Crane and Gwen's mother have been planning her wedding to Ethan since they were children.
And Ethan has nothing to say about his future.
Of course he does. He loves Gwen.
He doesn't look at her like a man who's in love. Not really in love.
Teresa, for the last time, you must forget about Ethan. Nothing will stop him from marrying Gwen.
But Mama, he thinks I'm beautiful.
I love you, sweetie.
I love you too, Mom.
I never want to be separated from you or your sister. I feel so bad for poor Charity.
I know. I do too.
I'm sorry I was so hard on you this morning about talking to that boy. It's just that, well, mothers feel the need to protect their daughters from boys they don't know.
It's okay.
You promised me something, Simone. You promised me that you'll always confide in me, no matter what. I mean, you know that you can tell me anything, right?
I know.
Wish I could have dinner at home tonight with my family.
Why won't you be? Are you staying late here at the hospital?
No, I'm having dinner at the Crane Mansion. The Bennetts, too.
You're having dinner with the Cranes? Cool.
Yeah, well, I'd rather be at home with you and your sister and your dad, but your dad and I already accepted.
Mom, is it okay if I have someone over tonight?
Like who, Kay?
Kay will definitely be invited.
It's fine with me, honey. You know, someday when you're all grown up, you're gonna be glad that I kept you from the wrong kind of boy.
Mom, Chad's not that kind of boy.
Look, you just trust me, sweetie. I'm older than you. I know all about these sort of things.
Hardiman, Hardy, Harold. Where's Harris?
Mom, I wish I could convince you that Chad's really a nice boy.
You know, you just listen to me, okay? Do as I say. I gotta go check on Charity. I'll see you later, okay? All right.
Hey, I heard what your mom said about Chad. Are you going to listen to her?
My mom does not know Chad.
Now do you see how important boys are when you find the right one?
I hate it when you're right. Listen, I'm going to invite Chad over to my house for dinner tonight. Will you cover for me?
Why don't we make it a foursome?
Give me a break, Kay. I was hoping you'd finally do the decent thing and stop trying to come between Charity and Miguel, now that she found that her mother's gone.
Look, Charity wants Miguel to stay away, and I want him close. Miguel, how are you doing?
I don't understand it. I mean, I want to comfort Charity now that she knows her mom's probably dead. But she doesn't even want me near her.
I'm so sorry. Listen,
why don't you take a break and come to dinner tonight at Sinai's?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on. It'll be good for you, you know? We can all get together, put our heads together, and come up with a way to help Charity.
You're a great friend, Kay. Okay, I'll be there.
Actually, I should thank Teresa. She got you talking about a wedding, which is something I have not been able to do.
One of these days, I'm going to surprise you with a very important question.
Well, let's just hope I'm not too old to answer.
You won't be, I promise.
Just promise me that when you do propose, it'll be from the heart.
I love you, Gwen.
I love you too. I have to go to work.
Mama, he looked into my eyes. We connected.
Teresa, I have put up with these fantasies with you since you were a child. But you're a young woman now. You have to give up these dreams. You will never be Ethan's wife.
Don't say that, Mama. I have come so much farther than I ever thought I could. I'm here, working in Ethan's house, and Ethan noticed me. I'm not saying that he's going to ask me to marry him right away, but he is not committed to Gwen yet either.
Yes, he is.
Not until he proposes and she accepts. There's still time for my dream to come true.
I should have known you'd pull a dirty trick like this.
You're right. It was a dirty trick, and I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're just like all the rest of your family, using your connections to get back at anyone who stands up against the Cranes.
That's not true. You made me angry when you challenged me to play basketball, knowing I didn't have a clue.
Oh, that's right. So you went out and hired one of the biggest basketball stars in the country as your personal coach.
Okay, look, Luis. You have to admit, she learned pretty fast, okay? Now, I mean, she must have worked really hard to get so good so fast.
I'll admit it. You learned fast. You just couldn't stand it that someone like me could be as good at anything as a Crane.
Oh, would you get off it? Why can't you forget that I'm a Crane?
Because you never let anyone forget it.
That's a lie. I don't throw my name around like it's some kind of badge.
Oh, that's exactly what you do. You and the rest of your family.
Oh, come on, Luis. She said she was sorry. Lighten up.
You're not the one she lied to, okay, Hank?
No, but you have to admit you gave her good reason. You haven't exactly been easy to get along with here.
I treated her just like anyone else. But that wasn't good enough. The mighty Sheridan Crane expected special kid glove treatment.
That's not true.
You know, I wonder if that old boyfriend in Paris learned the hard way, too. What was his name? Jean-Luc something? You know, I wonder who was at fault when you broke up. You said he was a sleaze. Maybe you deserved each other.
That's a low blow. Even for you.
I was so hopeful when Charity remembered her mother. But I'm not giving up hope.
Neither am I.
Thanks for inviting me over to your house for dinner tonight, Simone. I'm sure if we put our heads together, we can come up with a way to help Charity.
I'm sure we will.
Hey, Miguel, since Charity's sleeping, why don't you let me buy you a soda?
Okay.
Chad, did you find anything out about your family?
Look, I was ready to come clean with you, even apologize, but I've changed my mind now. You don't even deserve an apology.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's just take a step back here and lower the volume, okay? You two still have to work together for a few weeks.
Yeah, 96 more hours of hell.
It can't end soon enough for me.
I can't wait either. You know, actually, you've done me a favor, Luis. You've shown me that there are just as many jerks in Harmony as there were in Paris, and I much prefer Paris.
Good! Then why don't you go back there?
Oh, believe me, as soon as I'm through working for you, I'm on the first plane out to Paris.
I hate to leave Charity tonight. She's so lost.
I know, but there's that dinner with the Cranes we all agreed to.
As much as I'd like to go, I wish I could call Ivy Crane and just ask for a rain check.
I wouldn't be going at all if the Cranes weren't donating the money for the new pediatric wing.
Well, it's a good cause.
Yeah. Still, I'll be glad when the evening's over.
You don't know the Cranes, do you?
Know them? What do you mean?
I just get the impression that you don't care for them very much.
Well, I think that we all agree that it's pretty inconvenient to have this dinner invitation now, considering Charity's situation.
Yeah, maybe I should stay with her tonight.
There's nothing we can do for Charity tonight. Just wanted to get some more rest.
Oh, well, you're the doctor.
You know, Grace, since Ivy scheduled dinner early, why don't you and Sam come over afterwards and we'll discuss Charity's future?
Chad, did you find any Harrises in the hospital records?
Nope. Not a one.
Not even one?
It's no big deal. I'm used to being on my own anyway.
Well, you can't give up. I mean, if you left before you did a thorough search, you might regret it.
I don't see how.
But if you have family here, then you don't have to leave. I mean, you could stay with them and get to know them.
Well, look, I've done without family up till now, so...
Still, don't you want to know who wrote your name on that piece of paper? And why?
Yeah. Yeah, I would.
Then don't leave town. I mean, I'm sure I can figure out a way to help you find out if you have family here.
What do you have in mind?
Well, you could come over for dinner tonight and we can talk over our plans, okay?
Okay. Okay, I'll be there.
Great. This is my address.
All right. I see.
I did it. Chad is coming over for dinner.
So is Miguel. This could be a very interesting evening.
Oh, yeah.
So you'll come to our house after our dinner with the Cranes. And Simone and Kay will be there. We can get them involved, too.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
I can't believe it. This is my big chance with Chad tonight. And no parents around.
I know. Music, candlelight. Tonight, Miguel is gonna be mine.
Teresa, your dreams are so unrealistic. And it hurts me so much to see you courting disaster. Your dream about marrying Ethan, it simply won't happen.
But there's a chance for me, Mama. That's all I'm hoping for, a chance. But I have to act quickly.
Hello, this is Ethan Crane. Yes, Oh, fine. Yes, I'd like to discuss an engagement ring.